Everybody loves a good show, and the after party is where we celebrate that show. Imagine that life is the show.
Join us, Tam and Porschia, at the after party where we'll celebrate life, the good, the bad,
and the ugly. This is where things get real, because that's life, and we're going to keep it real.
And if you want to laugh, cry, and be real, this is the show for you.
Come party with us.
Hey, Tam. Hey.
Hey, Porschia. How are you this evening?
Oh, girl, I am wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm amazing. Listen, I cannot wait to dive into this topic today. We are talking about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about it. I mean, listen, I feel like this is gonna be a good one today.
As always.
I feel like the people gonna get going.
Let's do it.
So listen, if you're finding it difficult to discuss sex and intimacy with your partner, you need to start somewhere. So let's talk about it. What are we sipping on today?
Today we have gin fizz. Okay. Yeah. Cheers, Tam.
Cheers. Clink, 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 clink.
Y'all got y'all drinks? Come on, sip one with us.
Y'all come on and get y'all drinks with us.
That's delicious.
So good.
Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
I know I had to take another little step.
That's good. That's good.
So we're gonna have a little karaoke break.
Hey.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things. Yeah. Let's talk about sex. Hey. Let's talk about sex. Hey. They wrote a song to help us break down this subject.
Hey.
Okay. Okay, she was enjoying that way.
Absolutely. Let's talk about it. Okay.
So listen, guess who came to party with us?
Who?
Our spotlight business today is KIDz Crown. It's a children's hair braidery here in Suitland, Maryland. Y'all give it up for KIDz Crown.
Hey.
Any money where I get, I dey flex, I dey go, the vest, I dey shop, Patek. She you see fly boy in the jet. My baby my pet, she na pussycat. See back, see the yansh. Free pass, maybe that. She go wine and well when she see the cash. Cash. She go wine and well when she see the cash.
Oh my goodness, that was so good. Thank you, KIDz Crown. Listen,
Love that.
no secret. It's my sister and my niece's salon. So I can verify that the work is amazing. You're going to get some good talks while you're in there. The kids going to feel right at home. So y'all, if you here local, check them out.
I love that. I wish we had a KIDz Crown here in Chicago, but
I'm going to have to tell them that they need to go ahead and get themselves another location.
Come on. Come help us mamas out.
Expand.
Yes.
I'm going to send somebody out there to check out the spots out there in Chicago.
Yes, come on. Location.
So listen, let's party. Let's get into this conversation today because as you already know, I'm excited. So let's party.
Yes.
Look at you. You seem like you're excited about this conversation today, too.
I am.
I don't know why. Sex Talks was written to create a practical and playful step-by-step guide to talking about sex, all in the service of creating deeper intimacy. Because sex is such a huge topic, we believe, or they believe, that there are 5 crucial sex talks every couple needs to have. Number 1 is acknowledgement, because sex is a thing and we're going to have it.
Period.
Connection. We do need to feel connected to each other. 3, and she's acting it out. 3, desire. What do we each need to get turned on? Pleasure. What do we need to feel good? Exploration.
Come on, explore.
What should we try next? Most of us struggle with communication in many areas of our relationship. So, of course, talking about a particularly vulnerable topic like sex is going to feel even harder.
Absolutely. I think the step-by-step guide talking about sex is very much so important and something that I particularly have introduced into the conversation with my future potential partners. And if you don't answer, or if I don't feel like your answers line up well with these steps, or if you're not even willing to have the conversation in this manner, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. Because number 2 is the most important for me, because I feel like once obviously acknowledgement, yes, but connection is so important, because if I don't have a connection with you, I'm not going to desire you. It's like building blocks, right? So you acknowledge we're having a conversation, and then if we build on our connection, all that other stuff gonna fall in place, because the more connected I feel to you, the more I'm going to desire you. The more I desire you, the more I want to pleasure you. The more I pleasure you, the more I want to explore you. Okay. And vice versa. Like, it's doing all the things. It's like the 5 senses. It's like, I want to be stimulated in all ways. Okay.
In all the ways.
So yes, I totally agree with this sex talk. Come on with the step by step. And they need to be teaching schools.
Go ahead. I think if you have a connection to, since that number 2 was really important to you, if you have a connection, it will hopefully make all these other things easier to approach, right?
Yeah.
So the acknowledgement that sex is a thing and that we're going to have it, like, because we're definitely going to have sex, right? Because it's a part of what connects us. It's a natural human desire, want, or need, right? So if you first acknowledge that, then okay, we got that out the way. Now what we need to do, right? So now we need to start talking about or figuring out if we have this connection. Because if you have the connection, then definitely you want to have sex, right? And then the person that you feel connected to, you might feel a little more at ease when having these difficult conversations. What do we need to feel connected to each other? And so, according to the Couples Survival Workbook, trust. Develop a sense of trust with each other. This building block to an emotional connection will not come overnight. It takes time to develop secure feelings with another person. Let trust build naturally. You also need interest.
Come on, interest.
Empathy and genuine interest will help you to have deep conversations that can develop into an emotional connection.
Yes.
Desire. What do we need to get turned on? So, you can try holding hands or touching while you talk. A little bit of physical contact reminds you of your love for each other. You have to know what you like. Yeah. So, that leads me to exploration. I feel like this is the most difficult of all these things.
Why you feel like this the most difficult?
I shouldn't say it is, but I think it can be. And the reason why is because, that old adage that, people's love lives become stagnant and you do the same thing all the time. I mean, it's going to go A, B, and C. Like, it's going to be the same thing every time, right? And if someone in the relationship is the one that wants to start trying new things and exploring, if that other person is not comfortable having that conversation and or feels like, well, what's wrong with what we've been doing? Where did you learn that from? It can just make that type of conversation awkward. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Why you wanna do that position? We ain't never did that position before. That's why I want to do that position, because we ain't never did that position.
Stop being so insecure and childish. Like, get over yourself.
You don't like what I've been doing to you. It's not that I don't like what you've been doing to me, but I know the routine, and I would like to add something else to the repertoire.
That part. Hello? Yeah. It's like,
I know he's gonna start it like this, he's gonna end it like that, and the middle's gonna be this. Like, no, come on now.
Come on like this, he's gonna come. If I say this, he's gonna come. Like, it's just a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Surprise me.
Yeah, no. Like the people like to say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And that's essentially how people approach this. And I understand why you say it can be much more difficult, because even when you try to introduce, I mean, they say keep your sex life spicy with your partner, right? But if your partner is unwilling to learn something new or try something new, or, be even intrigued or interested by anything outside of y'all norm, then that's kind of hard to keep it spicy, because obviously one of you are yearning more. Mm-hmm. And sometimes some people like to equate more as an additional body, but it don't have to always be an additional body. It could just be maybe a toy, or maybe a new position, or maybe some bondage stuff. Who knows? Like, you got to try it to see if you like it or not. But if everything,
or sex talk,
right, talk dirty
to me.
Yeah, play role.
I want to bring food into the bedroom. Yeah. I want to, it could be so many other things.
So many things.
But if you, and I also think too that if your partner is someone that is going to be open to these discussions, mm-hmm. because the discussion could be that I'm not enjoying this,
right?
And I would prefer that. Like, does that person have enough connection to you that is going to not make them feel insecure, but that they would be willing to try new and different things to make sure that their partner is being pleased, mm-hmm. and not take that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I'm into you, I desire you, but when you do that thing right there, I don't like that thing. Yeah. Right? You know what I'm saying? And not make that about the entire act. It's this one thing, you know what I'm saying? Or these 5 things. I don't know how many things. You might got a lot of things. But the point is, I should be able to say, I sound like that.
Yeah. I mean, but that goes back to some of the previous steps, like exploration of being step number 5. If you care about pleasuring me, which is figuring out what I need and what you need to feel good, mm-hmm. then you will be open to exploring me in a different way than you would normally explore me. And mm-hmm. if you care about me desiring you, and if I've vocalized and we've acknowledged having this conversation that I want to explore, and if you care about the desire portion, you will do what's necessary to continue to feel desired, right? So, I mean, it's just, I know it's an uncomfortable conversation, but it's a necessary one if we want to keep advancing in our love or sex having of each other, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, because you can have sex without love, so I don't even want to say love, but like, if we want to make this what it's meant to be, which is to be pleasurable and exciting and amazing and all the things, then we have to do some things in order to make sure it goes that way. You can't just throw it up in the air and hope for it to form into whatever it needs to happen. No, you got to put in some work and some thought and some effort and all that
Absolutely.
type of stuff. So
It takes it takes training, because I talk about this a lot, how a lot of people, men and women, I think, are really guilty of, just thinking that they're so good at sex that they're not trainable or teachable, right? Like, just what worked for Mark might not work for Tony, and what worked for Susie may not work for Gail. Why did you make that? The names?
damn.
Oh!
Okay, well,
Well, what works for one doesn't necessarily work for the other.
no.
A lot of times I've had friends tell me that, when trying to have this difficult discussion with someone that they liked or was into, the guy would be like, well, I ain't never had no complaints before.
Did you see my eyes? Boy, please get somebody else to do it.
First of all, sir, they probably was lying to you and just watching the clock. And second of all, they wasn't me. Like, okay, maybe Susie liked it. Tam doesn't.
That part. Portia don't either.
I mean, why are we discussing that you never had a complaint before? Because this is between you and I. Everyone that came before me and whoever may come after me, as long as we're no longer together,
And if
doesn't
you're not
matter
making
in
me
this
come,
moment.
then what are we talking about? Like, they came before me and whoever come after me, but you didn't make me come. So let's focus on me. Me. That's all I'm saying.
I think she sets out to shock me on every episode.
At this point, yeah.
I mean, I know that this is the after party, but I still be shocked. But anyway, but yes, I mean, that is the deal. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm not being pleasured, if I'm not climbing the walls, do better, sir. If I'm giving you the playbook,
Touch all my buttons.
I'm giving you the X's and O's, sir. I don't know what else to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you was going into the game and the coach put you in the game, he would give you the play. I'm giving you the play, sir.
And you're saying, no, but I'm going to do what I want to do and throw this.
Right, you calling the audible. I didn't tell you to do that.
That part. That part.
And I don't want it.
I don't want it. Okay? I don't want it. But that goes back to the trust of it all, right? Like, I can't trust you to make the best decision for us to have a pleasurable experience if you're not open. Like, but you, it's like, what are we doing again? Like, that's not cool. But people out here move like that every day. But I think it's an immaturity to it and a lack of self-awareness, because if you were really in tune with yourself like you thought you were, and some
And
people
me.
just, huh?
I said, and me.
Yeah.
You need to be in tune with me too.
Yeah, but some people are okay with just laying with a body. They don't care who's attached to the body. They don't care what orifice they're putting it in. They don't care. They just trying to get it done. They're trying to catch a nut or throw one. And that's all that matters. So it's just like, but if that's why I told y'all, I asked that question, and it may sound like I'm trying to be sexual or whatever, but we are sexual beings. God created us this way, okay? And it's very important to me that anybody that I'm devoting my time and attention to is a pleaser. Because if you're not trying to please me, I know I'm a pleaser, but I'm trying to make sure you're a pleaser too, because I don't want to be with no more people that are selfish and self-centered and just trying to get one off. Like, I want somebody that wants to please me. And that means by any means necessary, a pleaser is going to do all the things. They're going to press all your buttons. They're going to do all the things. And if you have that type of spirit, we can do something. We can work with that. But if you over there like, I don't think nothing of it. When we come to this talk of the acknowledgement of sex, and you like, you gonna get yours and I'm gonna get mine. But how am I gonna get mine? Don't you come every time you do it? No, I don't. I don't. So if you ain't trying to do the things to make sure and ensure that I come, then what are we talking about? Because I'm gonna make sure you get yours. Just the fact that you even slide up in this market, you gonna get yours. So I'm gonna need you to do what you need to do to make sure mine comes to fruition. Okay?
It's very important.
Very important. But if I can't trust you with my body, then what are we doing? I don't have time.
I used to say in my 20s, I used to tell my girlfriends, it needs to be joint getting it. Or it ain't gonna be no joint getting it. Because the thing is, it's like you're excited, you getting off, and I'm like, it's over.
That was it. This what you have to show me?
I'm over here. I didn't like that, sir. But I think also at that time, I really wasn't good about saying what I liked or describing what I liked. I knew what I liked, but I don't know if I was good at vocalizing it, right?
Yeah.
And I have become more in touch with the girl is 50. So I've become more in touch with myself and, my verbal skills are, intact now. And
right.
So I can vocalize both during sex and outside of the bedroom what it is that I need and require in that department. And, it's not just about me. I want to know what it is that you like, but also a really, really sexy thing is you noticing and paying attention and being in tune to my body and my pleasure without me having to say so. If you're paying attention to me, boy, I'm gonna like you a lot.
My body is going to react to you a lot. That desire, it's gonna show in my body. Like every time you even walk past me, if you just touch me on my shoulder, like instant, gotta go change my underwear. Like that's how it should be.
Yes, that. Get me there.
Get me there. Because you got my mind. That connection is so strong.
Exactly.
You got my mind. And I can trust that you're going to make me feel so amazing. You already making me feel amazing. But that is going to be on a whole nother level now. Because we like, woo.
And I'm already interested.
Already.
And because of that connection and the trust, now I'm emotionally tied to you. We having those deep conversations. I'm talking on the phone with you all night long like we're 16. And I'm giggling when you walk in the room like, yeah.
And I'm thinking about it.
I'm thinking about what you did to me last night. I'm for today.
Ooh, I'm thinking about, I just want to, as you talking, I'm watching your lips and your mouth move. And I want to, baby, I can't wait.
It's coming. And you going to be coming.
Manifestation. Anywho.
I am putting it out there. It is going to be earth-shattering, soul-stirring, heart-stopping for a little while because you wanted to be back again.
Period. It's gonna be.
He gonna shake the table.
Did you hear me? Shaking the table. Sorry, I was on mute.
Shaking the table, yes. Because we're breaking the table. Whatever, we gonna do all the things on the table.
Because I'm a happy girl.
Keep sending us kitchen table.
Yes. Rotemi. Kitchen table. Listen, I'm a hefty girl, so you
So,
better get a sturdy one.
uh, uh, and if you could pick me up, baby.
I mean, you know.
Anyway, the point that we need to get back to the point because we went off a little, we went off the rails a second. The reason why that connection piece is uber important is because it jails all the rest of this. You know, you've already acknowledged that we're two grown, consenting adults,
Yes.
and if you get past first base, we going to have sex. We fucking like, what's up? So now what? How do we translate straight fucking into intimacy? You know, how can are you allowing me to be vulnerable with you, to be open with you? Because if you do, I promise you an experience you have never had before.
Yes. And that's what I want. I want an experience I've never experienced before. For real. And I feel like the next time I do it, it's going to be an experience I never had before. A good one. Okay, let me be specific, Lord. I'm sorry. A good,
Be
pleasurable,
specific.
right? Pleasure, because I don't want no more bad experience. A
He
good.
said, you said it was an experience you never had before, but
No,
you didn't
thank
say it was
you.
going to be a good experience.
I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. I won't.
How she talking?
I want.
And you gonna start this conversation early. We need to talk about these things. How you feel about this?
Early.
Are you open to me telling you X, Y, and Z? How would you feel? How would you respond if you did something that I didn't like?
But that's why I said I
Listen
have these
to the
conversations.
answers that they give
Yes.
you, because if his response to that is, I ain't gonna do nothing you don't like, red flag.
Seriously, because you don't know me yet to know what I wouldn't like. So just your answer should be, let's give him the answer, Tim. Your answer should be,
We can talk about it.
yeah, look, baby, you tell me
I
what
will
you
do what
like.
you like.
You tell me
I
what
will
you
do what
like.
you like. Let's talk
And I'm
about it.
willing to do it. It's the willingness spirit for me.
Ooh, wait. Now sometimes, sir, Mr. Sir, you might be willing and still just can't do it
Oh God.
for various physical reasons, and that's okay too. Not for me, it's not okay, but it's okay for somebody. You go and find the right fit for you.
Listen, know your strengths and your weaknesses. Okay, sir? Don't be over here promising me, hanging me over the balcony and all this type of stuff, and you know you can't hold up my arm.
Hey, the
And
arms.
then you can't even hold up the arm, let alone a thigh meat. What are we talking about? Let's not fool ourselves. Like I'm listen.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to you. Listen, because I'm
Right.
looking at you, looking at me, you looking at me.
You look right. We understand. We see each other. I see you, and it's okay. I'm still willing to
And
go there.
y'all want to know why I want a tall man.
When it's what?
Y'all want to know why I want a big tall man. You know, he need to be able to. Listen, I'm not a little girl. Gotta be able to handle me. These little shortykins.
I mean, some of them got some strength though. I ain't gonna hold you. Can't judge a book by its cover. Some of them will throw you up and down, turn you around, flip it over, and you'll be like, that little nigga was slinging me and slinging that D. So, Tammy don't believe it.
No, I'm not saying that at all, because I'm sure that there's some very strong little people.
Not little people. Okay. Next. I'm not. I cannot.
I didn't mean that. And I'm saying that I'm sure that there are really strong, short guys and gals out there.
Yeah.
I just would be nervous because of my size.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to prove to me that you can handle me.
But not with my head hitting the floor.
No. We ain't gonna be
It
able to
went
do that.
left.
We ain't gonna be able to do that. Nope. I'm not willing to risk my safety. I'm gonna give you a little test, and if you can't even do that, then it's a no for me.
Oh, okay. Small test.
Yeah, if I can't sit on your lap without you losing your breath, then we can't do much of nothing because I weigh a lot. And if I'm putting all that on you, then just sitting on you, or you over here like, you okay, baby? Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. What? I'm gonna need you to be confident in that thing. Like you ain't doing nothing to me, girl.
Even though his leg is numb. Baby, you better fake it till you can make it.
Fake it till you make it, sir. Fake it till you
That
make
man
it.
can't even walk to the bathroom now. His leg went to sleep.
He like, I gotta go to the bathroom. You get up. He like, just give me a minute. I'm trying the needles. You know how I feel like the needles in it. And it's just like, I'm trying to regain. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna get up. Just 1 second.
Oh,
I know what I do. It's cool.
God.
The point is, can you handle it? Okay.
Yes, that is the question. And if you can, then we all good. But also, you need to be able to handle real and true grown-up conversations. You shouldn't be in your feelings because I tell you that I didn't enjoy something. I didn't say that I didn't enjoy you on the whole. And honestly, like you could be really horrible at sex, and I really like you. And if you're open and willing to learn Tam, then we got something we can work with.
Period. And that's it. That's what I said. As long as you have a willingness type spirit, I'm cool. I can work with you because I don't know what you like either. Somebody recently had told me that, it's a common thing that most dudes like sloppy toppy. The real sloppy, blah, 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 all that stuff.
Yeah.
But he said he don't like it super sloppy. And I was like, huh? But I was like, okay, how do you like it? And he told me how he likes it. And I was like, okay. I mean, not a problem. That's your preference. That's your preference. That's what you like. I understand.
That's so funny, and that's the whole point that this conversation is for, because everybody doesn't like the same things.
Yeah.
I was with a guy, speaking of sloppy toppy, he did like it really sloppy, but he ain't like it fast. It gotta be slow. It's gotta be really super intentional. It's, all the things, right? So that was his turn on.
Yeah.
And so, the other guy might want aggressive sloppy toppy, right? You know what I'm saying? So every man and every woman is not built the same.
Yeah.
Do we have a connection, and can we communicate?
Yeah.
Because that is what's going to get us where we need to be. Now, sometimes, there's going to be the occasional, it's just a hit. And everything is great. You didn't have to discuss anything. You walked in the room, y'all ripped each other's clothes off, and it was amazing.
Or not.
But is it sustainable?
Exactly.
Because eventually, you start doing the same things all the time. We've been together for 20 years. Like, how many more different things can you try? You have got to. That is when the communication has got to kick in.
Yes. Because for me, I don't like a man that's
I had one of them.
like, sir.
I had one of them. He thought he was killing it.
They be thinking they is doing, or they going like, and they go. Are you trying to get a nail in the wall? Like,
a nail.
You like
or
that?
my hand through the wall. What are we doing here?
No, I don't. If you Why are you pushing that at me? Like, what is happening?
Well, now I'm not saying I don't like that at all.
It's
but not consistently for the whole duration of the time. Like, what are we doing here?
Like, you going from racehorse to, like, what is happening? I don't understand.
Oh, you know what else I don't like?
What?
I do not like if during the act I'm telling you right there, that's good, and you move or stop or change the pace. I just said don't stop. I said don't stop, you stop. What's going on?
He stopped because he like, oh, she like that. She gonna like this position too. No, I didn't. I like that. I like that what you was doing already. I didn't want you to go switch up your playbook and go pull another one. I didn't want that. That was gonna help me get to my end.
If you do that, we now have to start all over. And for you guys, things are visual. For us, it's in our mind. Once I have to reset my mind, it's going to take me just that much longer, or completely tap me out. I might just be like, you know what, F it, like, this is dumb. If we do this, you lost us. It's a wrap.
Sorry, if we do what?
This face, because we both made this face at the same time.
They don't care about us making that face. They ain't even looking at our face at that point because they just trying to get to their expecting end. But if you have a connection and if you're in tune, you will look at our face and then be like, oh, you ain't really feeling this? No, can you just...
No, baby, I'm not. Okay, well, let me give you what you like. Oh, yay, thank you. You have verbal and nonverbal communication, right? And if somebody is in tune to you, they are paying attention to all the little nuances that tell them exactly what's on your mind.
You know what's a really good nonverbal? Let me give y'all a game, man, who don't know. For those who don't know, I ain't talking to the ones that may know. But if it is seemingly going well to you, and then she dry up out of nowhere, that's the nonverbal, sir. Her body. Because her mind has thought, this don't feel good. I don't like it. Now I'm drying up. My body is drying up. And you like, dang, what happened? Some guys will keep going through that.
I want to say something, but I don't think I should.
I think you should, because it's the after party where life gets real.
I was in a past situation.
Come on.
Where I had to start taking supplements because I was a lot of times going unexpectedly dry during sex.
All right.
And then I got this other situation.
Make it plain.
I don't even know who them supplements at, baby. I mean, I did. Whatever. The point is...
You had a similar situation. I thought after children was the reason, which it could be, right? It put into it, right? But at some point, it didn't. Because what I realized just from talking, okay? Talking about the connection, okay? That connection I was building with somebody else, it was like right back to Miss Wet Wet 2000, and you know what I'm saying? It just came right back.
You say I'm crazy.
Period.
Yes.
So it really is a thing. Like it could be you. And if the connection is off, if there's a disconnect, hello somebody, if there is a disconnect, because y'all could have had a connection once upon a time, but if it becomes a disconnect and a lack of desire and a lack of, like, I may still want to pleasure you. Hello? Woo. The trust of it all. And I may still want to pleasure you, but now it's like I'm forcing myself to want to because out of obligation. Now I'm just speaking from a woman's point of view because I don't know how y'all men feel or y'all think. But from a woman's point of view, now it's coming from a place of obligation because we had this initial and we put in this years and we've done all these things. But I'm not feeling motivated any longer. My stuff ain't doing what it used to do because that connection has a disconnect. But now I'm over here building another connection with somebody, and I'm instantly back.
Without even touching.
Just touching my mind. Do you hear me?
That is so sexy.
If you can't touch my mind, and I said this before, if you can't touch my mind, you can't touch my body.
Because why? What's the point?
What are we doing? I'm no longer doing that. I'm not giving of myself physically any longer when you can't even reach me mentally. What are we talking about? And I recently,
tell it.
I know this is gonna sound cocky, and it's not coming from a place of cockiness at all. But some people be trying to approach me, and you know you're not on my level. I'm not trying to make it like I'm on a major level. But if you know you ain't got the bare minimums of things, why do you think that you can approach me?
Do they know they're not on your level? Because I feel like some men, not all, but I feel like some men and some women, but we only talking about from our perspective, so we're not male bashing.
Right.
But I feel like sometimes they don't know that they're not on your level. A guy just told me the other day that, that saying that ugly men can get the baddest bitch in the room, right? And he was saying that he's been out with some incredibly unattractive guys hanging out, and they'd be like, I want her, and go pull her. And she would be the baddest bitch in the room. And she didn't gave him, because women are now, especially at our age, the pickings are slim. So it's like you might lower your standards a little to be in a relationship so that you are not alone, that you don't end up in a house with a bunch of cats. And we still outnumber the men.
Yeah. It's the sad.
So they may feel like I'm as good as the next. I think I stand a chance.
I just be like,
get away from me. Sir, you know better.
I be being nice about it, but it's still like, what makes you think? I don't know. But I mean, hey, shoot your shot.
And that's what they be doing.
Because it's either gonna go in or out.
Listen, they like, it's either a yes or a no. If it's a no, I move on to the next pretty woman that I think I should get.
I admire it, honestly. I wish I had that gusto to be like, I know you out my league, M'Baku, but I'm still coming for you. You know what I'm saying? You may not want all of this, but I'm going to still shoot my shot and see. Are you willing to say
I'm going to try, and I'm going to see.
Right.
Because I still think I'm amazing, so I might as well, let me just,
I know it to be true.
I ain't a little bitty thing, because, them superstars, they be wanting the little bitty things. I ain't no little bitty thing. Then they got on, what's the boxer's name that they started dragging his dang on baby mother? Talking about she was fat. What a boxer doing with a fat woman? She wasn't even that big. But she got like 18 kids. How many? I mean, okay, I'm exaggerating. Whatever. They got a lot of kids. They got like 5. I don't know. Something. They got a lot of kids. She done birthed this man's babies, and they've been together forever.
Mm-hmm.
And he might like it a little thick. Ain't none of y'all business. And he probably gonna be thick too as soon as he retire.
Period. I mean, that stuff is so stupid and relative. And the more and more since I've been in the plus size community, they don't care. It's a whole lot of people out here that love them fluffy. A whole lot. Just like a whole lot of people out here love them slim and slender and tiny, and it's somebody for everybody. So
also, some people just love the confidence. If you're a confident woman, no matter the size, no matter the looks, same thing with a man. You can be seemingly out of my league or like not on my level, but if you coming through the door with a certain level of confidence, I might entertain your call.
Period.
I want to see what you're talking about.
If you even thought enough to, I think that's what gets me. If you even thought enough to shoot your shot with me, I guess I'll be like, oh, okay, well, let's see.
Mm-hmm.
But once I see in the introductory, I'll be like, okay. I tried.
Now, I be seeing sometimes before the introductions.
I do sometimes before the introduction, but at least I give them a chance to lay it out, and I'll be like,
Sometimes I don't really give them a chance. Sometimes I just say, oh, thank you.
How she talks?
So, let's keep going that way.
Yeah. So
and let me get back to my TV program.
Because I'm not gonna be able to fully trust my body with you if I don't have a connection with you. If I even want to acknowledge that I want to have sex with you, and then I don't have a connection with you, and then I don't really desire you, and I don't want to please you. Like, I feel like my presence is pleasure enough. And that's not in a cocky way. I don't want y'all to misinterpret that. It's not, but like, some people be satisfied with just that.
Okay.
You have to know your power, women. You have to understand your power. And I think I'm in a phase of understanding my power, but I'm also in a phase of, because I understand my power, I'm able to vocalize and be more intentional about my wants, needs, and desires. And if you don't fit into that, it's no shade. You will find your one. I'm just not it.
You're just not it. And that is okay.
That is
okay.
And I may not be good for you.
But my guy, when he comes for me, or if he's already come for me, I'm not sure. But we should be able to have these deep, intimate conversations, and it shouldn't make you feel away, and it shouldn't make you shy away. If you are cowering in a corner because I'm saying I need this and you haven't been providing that, listen, y'all come close. Listen, the reason why we're telling you what we like is because we like you. If we didn't like you, we wouldn't even share. We wouldn't waste our time. We would just be like, sir, keep it pushing and not answer the phone when you call or block you or whatever the things that people do, right? We are sitting down and having the conversation with you because we actually like you. And we want you to get it right. We're giving you the playbook. We are giving you the answers to the daggone pop quiz, the final exam. We're giving you the answers.
The answer key. You just won't use it.
It's because we like you.
It's because we.
Otherwise, we will waste our time. It's not because we mean to insult you. It's not because we don't think you're good enough. It's because we think you're great in all of these areas. And if we could just tweak this one little thing, I think we will be golden.
Woo. That's real. That's real. I'm giving you the answer key and you just shredding it, tossing it out, crumbling it up, like
or giving it to your friend.
Oh God, that took a turn. Oh God.
I feel like we need to put a little caution right here. Like, this has never happened.
Warning. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
Just for
this
context.
has never happened.
This is
Tam has never been with your friend. The point is, don't give away your shit because you're too cocky to listen. That's the point. That's your bitch, and you fucking it up by not listening to her. Don't do that.
Ooh. Because you want to be hard-headed and stubborn and think you know what you're doing, and you don't want to listen to nobody. You're going to miss out on your blessing.
Do not miss out on all this goodness. And I'm not necessarily talking about me, but I am talking about me. Do not miss out on it because you don't want to have hard conversation. Be a grown-up. Be a grown-up. We can talk about this. We can fix it. We can work on anything. If we're in partnership, we can conquer the world together.
Woo! You know how much more we can accomplish together than separately?
It's so much we can do together. Starting in the bedroom, sir, if you would, just let me tell you what I like.
If you would just let me tell you.
Tell me what you like.
That part, and that's a whole nother thing, Tam.
Because you do not have to run off and get another woman. Just tell me.
Tell me. Talk to me. Have the conversation. We're already having the sex. Let's have the conversation. Baby, you don't like it when I don't moan at this point or when I don't throw it back at you. Like, tell me what you need.
But even if your turn off with me is not something that's in the bedroom, because I say foreplay starts a long time before you ever reach the bedroom. If I'm doing something that is turning you off, I suck my teeth. I suck my teeth after I eat. I pick my teeth after I have a steak. Whatever. If that is turning you off, that is small potatoes. I can fix that. I can change that.
Minute.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. It's all.
Now, if you turn off is that I need to lose 100 pounds, I'm not going to do that. So I'm not your chick.
Go find Becky. Go get Becky. That's already 100 pounds lighter than me.
Okay. I might lose 25. 100, you being ridiculous. Listen, but the point is, if it's something that can be fixed, that's small fries, like, talk to me.
Yeah. Communication. Communication. That's all we need to do so we can make sure that our connection stays strong and we can be great and amazing together. Like, it's just that simple. It would all be so simple.
Go ahead, Portia. Tell me.
Period.
But you rather make it hard.
You rather make it hard.
And that's just not men. That's us. Human beings.
Yes, all of us.
Because I know hard-headed women. I used to be a hard-headed woman.
Ooh, me too.
I know women that their man said, Hey, Shawty, I'm tired of you doing X and so and you still keep doing X and so. I know those chicks. I used to be that chick.
Yes.
I used to be like, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. But I want to. I'm grown.
Yep. And then boom, you single and
Now
alone.
I'm over here watching TV because I was grown, child.
I was grown. Yeah, I mean it's levels to it, right? But I think it's a very important conversation to have before you even engage in a relationship with people. And people gonna tell you who they are in the beginning. And if they selfish in other areas, you definitely need to have this conversation with them about sexually. Because nigga, if you don't even want to share the food off your plate with me, and I'm not saying everybody that don't want to share their
I
food,
really want to eat off of your plate, sir.
yeah. But if you don't like to share in that way, or share your money, or share your space, or share, like these are all red flags. So
Share your time.
hello, if you're not willing to give in those areas, what makes me think that you're going to be willing to give to me physically, pleasure me? Like what? Like we have to be more in tune with ourselves and these other people that we're trying to engage in relationship with, and
Mm-hmm.
stop just taking whatever. Well, they're good over here, but they bad over here. No, I'm not taking it no more. You better be all
Yeah, I
well-rounded,
don't want it either.
all the things. Because I'm coming to the table with all the things. I'm not requiring nothing of you that I ain't already bringing, that I don't already possess.
And the thing is like you said, if you are a selfish lover, and
Mm-hmm.
now we're not talking about just in the bedroom. If we can't have deep conversations, not just about sex, but just about life in general. We can't talk about politics. We can't talk about sport. We can't talk about all the things together.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be an issue going forward because the conversations that we have is a part of the intimacy that we're speaking about. It's not just the actual act.
Yes.
And so you have to get to that part.
Yes.
And the way to do that, it starts with those conversations
Yep.
about your upbringing and who you are and how you think about life.
And we too dang on old to be shying away from these conversations about our past and our trauma and our things that we didn't like or that made us this way, good, bad, or indifferent. We need to start communicating with each other. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you're just willing to communicate with me sexually and not talk about all those other intimate issues, desires, problems, whatever, then you're you're doing nothing but transferring all of that stuff to me when we do commit the sexual act. And now we both over here confused, don't know what to do. Don't you know what I'm saying? Like let's talk it through. Let's come up with a plan. And like Tim said, outside of it being like a one night stand, y'all just having fun, whatever. That's on
Mm-hmm.
you. How you choose to live your life is how you choose to live your life. But if you're trying to be up in me, up in my guts, and trying to do all the things, I'm gonna need you to become correct and acknowledge some stuff and have these conversations.
And be okay with not being perfect because none of us are. And so I did not used to be a morning sex person.
Okay.
I absolutely hated it because, as I have said many times before, that men are visual, but we are way more mental when it comes to sex. I kind of always felt like I needed the dark to really be able to go where I needed to go in my mind to
Uh-huh.
really be with you. And I started realizing, well, I realized later, much later in life, and with a specific partner, that I actually do like morning sex. Some of that was I wasn't in touch with some things. It really didn't have anything to do. I don't think it had anything to do with my partners.
Yeah.
It was all about me and me getting in my own way because I was blocking my own pleasure just simply because it was daylight outside.
Wow.
Now, if you ain't rolling over and trying to get up in this in the morning, what's wrong with you?
Right? But was there shame attached to that? You think?
Yes, I think so. I had a relationship that was really abusive, and he in that relationship is where I gained all my weight, where I started gaining weight. When I met him, I was like a size 5. Before we broke up, I was like an 18. And that's in a matter of a few short years. Like that wasn't like 15 years. No, it wasn't that long. And so a lot of the weight gain was depression. I mean, of course I had a baby, I had a couple kids and, but the bulk of it, I personally believe, was depression because I was being abused. But I think he talked about my weight, like he attacked me about my weight whenever we weren't in a good space. Fuck your fat ass, this and that, ain't nobody gonna want your fat ass anyway. And for a girl that was always small, cute, attractive, the guys always flocking, it was devastating to my confidence. So absolutely, it was shame attached to it because for a while I believed those things.
Yeah. There's somebody you had a deep connection with, and now it's telling you this. So your connection is shifting.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless if it was a good connection initially, and now it's souring and becoming an abusive connection, it's still a connection, right? And you still were engaging in something so intimate, so personal with this person that was saying all these nasty things to you and making you feel that type of way.
Mm-hmm. And I was completely shut down. And for a long time, sex wasn't even fun or good for me. It was just something that was required in a relationship, so I did it. But a lot of that comes from that time in my life, So yeah, definitely, it had to do with all of that, and that's why I needed it to be dark so that I couldn't see him, and so I could go somewhere else in my mind to be able to get through it.
Wow. And somebody came along and accepted your flaws and all, or what you viewed as flaws, or what was implanted in you as flaws.
Girl, he was just a lay. But anyway, the point is that he.
That is so funny, but it's like, don't give him all that credit, cause
Yeah. It wasn't. Listen, he didn't have any issues with my body, and we did have a lot of fun together, and we did have a lot of deep conversations that didn't have anything to do with sex, and so we were definitely connected. He definitely didn't have any problem exploring. And we definitely desired each other. So it was like all of those things that we needed to make it a pleasurable experience. We had that. And so, he was able to be like, no, I want to see you. I do want to see you in the daylight. Like, what you talking about? We got to wait till it's dark. Like, no. Like that ass up. I'm not acting.
I mean,
Because if you could tell me what to do.
You can tell me what to do. Period. Cool.
But it went a long way to rebuild something in me that I didn't even realize was broken. Like I didn't look at that as a brokenness. I just was like, I just don't like that. That's what I've been saying for all of these years, and no one ever really tapped into that. No, yeah, they just was kind of like, okay, you don't like it, then we won't do it.
Right. No biggie. regardless if they didn't like it or not, if it wasn't something they preferred or not. It was just like, well, she's not comfortable with that. I still want to get some, so this is what we're going to do.
Right. Pretty much. So it wasn't until like, the last few months that I've really been taking like some time to self-reflect that I realized, oh no, that was like a brokenness in me that was saying, no, I don't want to have more sex. I don't like that. I was like, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
I like that when you wake up in the morning and you see me sleep, mouth open, snoring, all the things.
All the things.
And you feel like, I want her.
Period. Ooh.
Wake me up.
Desire me. And all shit.
I'm awake.
Hello. Yeah, I love
the conversation. People have the conversation.
Have the conversation.
It can only get better. And even if you feel like your sex life is perfect and you don't need to make any changes, what will it hurt to add something else to the repertoire? What would it hurt?
To tap in with your partner.
Tap in.
Yep. It wouldn't hurt nothing.
Wouldn't hurt a thing. Wouldn't hurt a thing. I'm so glad we had this conversation today.
Yes.
I feel like it's something that people really do not spend enough time talking about and sharing with one another. So share with your partner. When you get off of this, you go right in that room and you have a conversation with them.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, what can I do different for you? Baby, you've not done before. Start exploring. That's your homework.
Period.
Class is about to be dismissed, but before we dismiss class, we're going to have another little segment. This is called Hold Your Purse. Dumbass Criminal Stories. I saw on Twitter today, because y'all, little fact, I don't watch the news. It's just depressing. I get all my news from social media.
Me too.
So I saw on Twitter today that this PG County cop, PG County is here in Maryland, he done got caught on film meeting up with some chick and putting her in the back seat of his service vehicle for a little midday afternoon nookie. It's all over social media. The tag number of his vehicle was showing. You can see him plain as that he in his uniform and F up and thing. And the cop is a YT and she is us.
Was she a criminal?
She a criminal now. I don't think you're supposed to be doing.
But is he a criminal or is he the criminal? Because he's actually
he's a daggone criminal. He know he ain't supposed to be using his company vehicle for such acts. He had his belt on, his weapon, his holster, the weapon on, and all of that. They was kissing before they got in the car, and then they slid in the back seat.
In daylight?
Broad daylight. It was kids outside on the playground and everything.
Oh, he said F his job. I'm good.
Because he wanted to talk to her about sex and intimacy.
He was trying to he admired her. He had a connection. He wanted to pleasure her if he pleased. Okay.
They was exploring.
They were exploring
the police cruiser.
in the back seat of the service vehicle. Child, how dumb can you be? They arrested him?
It was just a short clip, and we're gonna add the clip so that you guys can view it, and y'all tell us what y'all think about this foolishness. because I think it's foolishness. But you know.
Developing at 9A, the fallout continues for one Prince George's County police officer caught on camera and in uniform getting cozy with a woman before slipping into the back seat of his cruiser. Now, this all happened in the middle of the day at a park just feet from where children were playing. Fox 5's Bob Barnard is live this morning in Oxon Hill with a story that has gained national attention. Bob.
Yeah, it sure has, Marissa. We are at South Lawn Neighborhood Park here in Oxon Hill, not far from the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino. This incident happened on Monday in this park while there were children here. It was recorded and shared on TikTok, eventually on Twitter. We can show you the video. This was obviously during the day. The officer there in uniform, not sure if he was on duty, but his name is Francesco Marlette. He has been suspended because Prince George's County Police have seen this video, shared something like 3 million times on social media. Police have launched an internal affairs investigation. They have suspended the officer. A woman who says she is the officer's wife has posted on Facebook that this is not a stranger, this woman, but his mistress, and that she's gotten a lot of love from people who have seen the video like she has, and is upset not only for herself, but for her children, the officer's wife. We had a chance to ask the state's attorney here in Prince George's County, Aisha Braveboy, whether this behavior, which again is the subject of a police investigation, could rise to the level of a crime.
The difficult thing is when you are picking up things in a camera, they're somewhat one-dimensional, so you're only seeing it. You don't know the emotion, you don't know the conversation, the circumstances, and so that's why police departments have general orders on how officers should conduct themselves while in uniform, while utilizing their cruisers to prevent these types of incidents from happening. But at this point, we have no reason to believe there's anything criminal that occurred. At this point, it's an investigation of the department.
Now, this same officer you see there was suspended by Prince George's County Police in 2016. That was after he was indicted for allegedly beating his girlfriend's 3-year-old child unconscious. Those charges were ultimately dropped. The officer's record expunged. He is suspended again now, and we'll see where this investigation goes, guys. We've reached out to Prince George's County Police this morning. They say there's nothing new to add, but that the officer's actions, Homa, are subject to an internal affairs investigation.
Bob, a lot of people waiting to see how this all plays out. Again, like you said, it's gotten national attention at this point.
Portia, are you still in shock?
I am, because, for why? Is he on suspension or?
Well, he might be on suspension now because it's all over
Social media.
the internet. So he gonna have some explaining to do because, as I said, you can see the tag number of his vehicle in the video.
Well, when you gotta have some, you gotta have some.
And he had to have it. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us today. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Let us know what things you'd like to hear from us in the future. If there are any topics you'd like to discuss, etc., you can email us at TandP@The.AfterPartyPod.com to ask all your burning questions and show topics. Be on the lookout for our subscriber-only events, and we'll be back with another episode in 2 weeks when we'll be discussing whether or not you can build chemistry. Good night. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Thank y'all. Bye.
Bye, Portia.
Later, girl.